Florida Stan. We are live from Florida Stan. Waiting for business. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How you doing, Heat? What's the day looking like? Everything Gucci? Oh, need a coffee. I already had a coffee earlier on today, but in the morning. But I need another one because the day is really slow today. Extremely slow. And I woke up at 4. It's still way too slow. Alhamdulillah, I'm doing good. Tired, but I'm doing good. How are you doing? Please hit that like button. Tired, but I'm doing good. Alhamdulillah. I need a coffee. I can't remember the last time business was this slow. Like a day it was this slow. It's been a while. Well, that's okay. Inshallah, I'll pick up tomorrow. Ah, how you doing, Patricia? How's the day going? Bon dia. Uh, no, this is a terrible trip. I can't take that trip. Terrible trips. It's really bad. They're not even partially good. They're just really bad. Everything they've been sending me. Please double tap the screen, hit the thumbs up. Let me know what part of the world you're joining from if it's your first time here. We're live from Florida, Stan. I kind of been in the mood for like a cold coffee, a cold one, like an iced coffee. So where to get a good old iced coffee? Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How you doing, Master Game? What's the day looking like? Where are you joining from? Good iced coffee. I don't want one from McDonald's. They put too much syrup on that thing. One time I remember I got a nice coffee from McDonald's and they took a sip. They didn't mix it. So I took a sip and it was just pure syrup. I spit that thing out. I couldn't drink the rest. I was grossed out by it. Since then, I haven't been too fond of vanilla iced coffee. You know what I mean? But where can I go aside from Starbucks? I don't do Starbucks. Where else can I go to get a good vanilla iced coffee? Can somebody recommend me a place, please? In the United States. What's up, he? I actually did a video on that. Um, I did a video on that is on my page a while back. Ah, I need a coffee. I don't want to go to Wawa. I could go to Wawa now and get a coffee, but I don't want to do that. I don't want a hot coffee. I want a cold iced coffee. Any recommendations? Anybody? Any recommendations? Anybody? No Starbucks, please. Just something else. Just something else. I need to learn how to make iced coffee. I think that's a good idea. I learn how to make it. Can't be that difficult, right? I know ice is involved. Give it a try. Nowadays, you can make everything. Like, you have everything on YouTube to show you how to make it. You know what I was craving yesterday? And last week, the same thing happened. I started craving out of nowhere. I started craving beans, just beans, like no rice, just beans. And so last night, my dinner was with my wife and my stepson. All three of us, we ate black beans with crackers and hummus with crackers. It was so good. I've been craving beans. Last week, I was craving beans and I got the red kidney beans. And those were good also. But the black beans last night, it was so good. And then I looked up, what? Why am I craving beans? Just beans. Why am I craving this? And from what I found, like you could be deficient in iron. 'Cause that's kind of a weird thing to just crave out the blue, right? I haven't had beans in a long time. But to just out the blue to start craving beans, that's a little nothing wrong with it. It's just a little out of left field. Why just beans? Why do you want to eat just beans all of a sudden? So I looked up, is there something to this? Like, what's up with this? What does this mean or whatever? It says you could be deficient in iron, things like this. Another explanation that I gave that I don't remember right now. Because I need coffee bad. I need coffee really bad. And the fact that no trips are really coming in make things even worse because I have it on destination mode to go up north. Like if they give me a trip from here to Orlando, I'll take it right now. But they're not giving in anything. They gave me one that it was a ripoff. It was like $30 for like 56 miles or something like this. That's incredibly. I don't think I would have taken it even if it was the other way around. If it was $56 for 30 miles, I'm not sure I would have taken that trip. I need at least $65 for that many miles. But Uber doesn't care because they know they have a surplus of drivers. I guarantee you somebody took that $30 for 50 something miles. Somebody took that. Somebody took that. Now, the only way I could ever see me taking a trip like that would be, let's say I've already been working all morning and I ended up really far away from my house, and that trip happens to go where I'm going, where I need to get back to my neighborhood, close by, a few miles away from my house, and I'm 50 miles away, and it says 50 miles for $30, but I'm gonna be like 10 minutes away from my house. Fine. I need to. I'll do that because I want to come back towards my house. Right. That's the only scenario where I would take a trip that bad, and that's if I'm planning on, you know, being done for the day. Because if it's early on in the day and I'm still gonna go to nighttime, I'm not gonna take that trip. I don't need to come back to my house at that time. I'll just stay working wherever I'm at. But right now, right this moment, business is a little dry, to say the least. What's today? Is today Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday today. Tuesdays used to be across the board bad for business, like just slow. But I've had pretty good Tuesdays before. It's just slow today for some reason. I've had 150, $200 days on Tuesdays before, but today's just slow. So we gotta be patient. I don't think I'm gonna get that long trip that I want, like just one long trip to like Orlando or something. So I'm just gonna go online and see what they send around here. Filtering rides with direction. Damn, but I really need that iced coffee first. That would be good. It's pretty necessary right now. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How you doing, Nazir? The YouTube censorship on my channel continues. Yep, it continues. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How you doing, gamer? What's today looking like? Bro, it's either an iced coffee or a nap. But it feels like my system is shutting down. Uh, Nothing's coming in. Dry. Still waiting. I think I'm about to take a nap here for soon. I can feel my neck cracking. Even though I'm tired, like sleepy, my body feels okay. Like my back feels nice because what I started to do with my wife was I'm putting like pillows on the ground, like on the floor at the house next to the bed, and I'm laying face down on the two pillows, and I'm having her sit on the edge of the bed and put her feet on my back and just not on the spine, just on the two sides. Oh man, so good. I didn't even know my back hurt that much until like the muscles until she started squeezing with her with the sole of her feet, and I was like, oh. She did that last night for like 2, 3 minutes. Oh man, when I got up the floor, I felt so good, and I told her to do it this morning too for like about a minute, because I had to take my stepson to school, so we couldn't spend too much time on it. But man, that made a world of difference on how good. Look at this. How are you gonna do this trip? This is impossible to do this trip. 13 miles. They want you to drive 13 miles and pay you $5.87. Who's gonna drive 13 miles and get paid $5.87? That's really insane. But that also tells me, you know what that also tells me? When it's so disproportionate like that, it's so much of a ripoff. That tells me that there's a lot of drivers out and no rides. So much so that when a ride pops up, their system knows that they have so many drivers that they can afford to give you like a really crappy deal. What's this? Going where? No, look at this. This is another bad trip. They can offer you like a really bad ride, and they're hoping that a driver that's been waiting for a long time is desperate enough to say, I accept it and take the ride for like $5 to drive 13 miles, which is just it's not only bad, you losing money in the long run if you do that. You're literally losing money if you do that. It's beyond stupid to take a ride like that. Nasir, I can't help you, Aki. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I can't. I'm not in a position to do that. I'm not. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Alhamdulillah Almighty. It's going good. A little slow today. Business is a little slow today, but other than that, Alhamdulillah. How are things going for you? You know, aside from my channel being shadow banned, I haven't been coming on live stream that often because sometimes I'm on live stream and midway through the live stream, YouTube decides to just shut down my live stream. Just gone randomly. Back to your home screen. Whoa, where did YouTube close? What happened? Open, live stream, resume live stream. Click. It brings me back. And sometimes it doesn't even do that. Sometimes it doesn't give me the option to resume anything. It just says the live stream is gone, disappeared. Boom, finished. No. These are so bad. These trips are like undoable. Like I obviously want to work. I obviously want to do rides. That's why I'm online. But they're just so bad. The offers are so bad that they come in and you look at them and you're like, "Ugh, there's just no way I can't do that." I'll be losing money. That's how bad they are today. Very slow demand, and a lot of drivers are out. Because if the demand was slow, right, but there was also not a lot of drivers online, the prices would not be that bad. They wouldn't be that bad because the demand and supply are kind of even. But when there's so much supply and very little demand, and the trip goes out, because their system knows that there's a lot of drivers online and they've been waiting for a long time, they're gonna send those Lyft and Uber. They're gonna make those rides so cheap, not for the rider, for the driver. They're gonna offer them like the bare minimum, not even the bare minimum, like less than the bare minimum, to see if they're desperate enough to take it. Alhamdulillah, everything Gucci. Everything Gucci in the neighborhood. I need a iced coffee right now. Actually, my wife made some yellow rice with curry chicken today. It was really good. I didn't even know she know how to do that. I had some of that earlier for lunch. Curry chicken and yellow rice. It was very tasty. I'm telling you right now. I want to eat that chicken again with that yellow rice. It was really good. So what I'm gonna start doing is every 25 minutes, I'm gonna shut down the live stream and I'm gonna start a new one because YouTube has been shutting down my live streams. I'm gonna start doing it that way. Every quarter, shut down and restart. What's this? Look at this. $3.95 for a 1.6 mile. But I gotta drive 3.4 miles to get them. Over 5.5 miles total, like 5.3 miles total for $3.95. They're just bad, man. It's an oversaturated market. Baby? What do you mean, baby? What do you mean, baby, David? Astaghfirullah. No, sir. A'udhu billah. You don't call another grown man baby. What in the world? You lost your mind. You have lost your mind completely. I'm getting tired. I'm getting sleepy. What's this? Uh, this is about the most decent one I've seen, and it's barely good enough to take. Let me see if they match me. Somebody else took it. Yeah, that was about as decent as I've seen in like the last hour and some change. And that was like barely like $1 a mile. Barely just very crazy. What's this? Oh no. No, I don't do rights with stops. Sometimes the customers they try to be sneaky, especially in the morning. Some lady did this to me in the morning. She tried to be sneaky. So what she did was she orders a trip, and as I'm on my way there, like halfway, almost there, she adds a stop. I can't stand when they do this. Now, drivers, most drivers, the overwhelming majority, don't want to do trips with stops because it's always a pain in the butt. Always something goes wrong, or always they waste your time, they make you wait, blah blah blah. We don't like doing rights with stops. And I think customers know this. Some customers know this. So what they do is they try to make you take the trip up front because it doesn't have a they bait you. They bait you with a single trip, no stop. Once you're almost there, or once you're getting there, they add the stop in hopes that you're not going to notice. But I notice everything because I'm paying attention to that all the time, especially in the mornings. Because there's a lot of these chicks that want to take their kids to school, and that's a pain in the ass. Waste of time. You're gonna get stuck in a bunch of traffic at the school, and it's just not worth the driver's time. And then take them back, and for what? For like $1 more? Like, no, it's not. It's just not profitable. It's not something you want to do, right? Drivers hate this type of trips with stops. What's this? How the heck is this the same trip, but they took money off? That's insane. No, I'm not taking it. It was $7 before. Now they dropped it to like 6.93. How do you drop the price? Anyway, so they know this. They know that we don't like those type of trips. So this morning, a trip comes in, a single trip, some lady, and as I'm on my way, I notice she adds a stop. And I zoom in the map real quickly, and I realize it's a school, a middle school. So I cancel. What's up, Chicago? What's going on? I canceled. Now, this is a perfect example of that woman trying to trick the driver. Why do I say that? It's not like she decided, oh, something came up. I need to make a quick stop and I didn't know in advance. No, no, she knows in advance that she needs to add a stop. She knows this because we're going to a middle school. This means we're dropping off her kids and she wants to be taken back. But she knew this in advance. It's not like she just noticed after she ordered the trip. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta add a stop to the school because I have to take my kids. She knows this, but she didn't order the trip like that from the get-go. She tried to trick the driver, right? She's trying to trick the driver into accepting the trip and trying to sneak in the stop. So I noticed this and I just canceled. They think they're slick. They think they're clever. A lady did this to me a couple of days ago. Same thing, morning. And as she gets out of the house, she then adds the stop with her two kids coming to the car already. I say, okay, no problem, no problem at all. I did the trip, I took her, and then I gave her 1 star. I said, you can trick me once, but you'll never be in this car again. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How you doing, Boosum? So she can trick me once, but she walked away with a 1 star, and she'll never be able to trick me again. Uh, so now what I do to combat that in the mornings, what I do to combat that and make sure that doesn't happen is as soon as I come in, as soon as I come in and I accept the trip, let me see, what is this? This one is okay, but this person has a terrible rating. Just terrible. How do you get to that rating that low? I know how. Because you're being an undesirable passenger that is doing crazy stuff in the car, unnecessary things in the car. And so you get rated bad. That's how your rating drops that low. Just listen to your life. Thank you, Aki. So let's see, what else is this? More bad rides. We ignore that. So what I do now is Now in the mornings, when a trip comes in, before I accept it, because you only have a small window to accept the trip, right? It's like a timer, it's like a countdown. I zoom in real fast on the map, and if it's a school, even if it's no stops, I don't accept because I know that when I pick them up or I'm on my way, they're gonna add the stop, and I don't want to stop, and then I'm just gonna have to end up canceling, and my cancellation is gonna take a hit. To go where? No, I can't do that trip. Man, I wish it was north. The thing is that it's giving me a trip over the bridge all the way to Clearwater. My problem is not so much doing the trip. The thing is that I have really bad experience going to Clearwater because not experience. It's just that anytime I take a trip and I go to Clearwater over the bridge, you enjoy the ride. You have the ocean to your right, you have the ocean to your left. It's a beautiful scenery, right? But after I drop the passenger, I think 9 out of 10 times I've never gotten a ride back. So I spend over there a bunch of time and I end up having to drive back into the Tampa area empty. So it's like I gave two trips for one. They're already not paying the long trips good enough. So if you accept that, right, and you don't get anything back, now you're now you're driving double the miles, right? Let's say you took a $20 for this was like 32 miles, which is already terrible. Let's say somebody did take that. 20 for 32, right? $20 for 32 miles. If somebody takes that and they're thinking, "Oh, I'm just gonna go over there, drop them off, and get one back, and I'll be back into the city," they're not gonna come back into the city because there's no demand to come back. So now they're gonna have to drive back those miles empty or stay over there doing some business, which is also see this trip is bad, which is also um dead over there. There's not much business over there. So in conclusion, you're gonna have to drive back a whole bunch of dead miles, empty. So you would actually be driving if you drove 20 for 32, like that trip was, you'll be driving back, you will be driving 20 for 64 in total. Because back you're gonna have to come empty. $20 for 64 miles. Who the heck is doing that? Nobody. That would be losing money. That would be losing money. That would be a stupid way to do business. So that's where we're at. But anyway, I'm gonna restart the live stream now in a minute here, because YouTube has been shutting down the live streams midway through. So, and I've been losing the live stream, and if that happens, then I can't even rack up the hours. What is this? To go where? But why do I gotta go so far to pick up this person? It's not worth it. All right, I'll be back in a